question 1e. The table shows the probability distribution for the number of attempts needed to pass an IT test. We can see that either one attempt is needed, or two, or three, and the associated probabilities 0.85, 85% of the time for one attempt, P, an unknown value for two attempts, and Q, an unknown value for three attempts. Part 1. Write an equation linking P and Q. So, again, with probabilities, we know they add up to 1, so we can straight away write down that we know 0.85 plus the P value plus the Q value has to equal 1. That is an equation. We might as well tidy it up quickly. P plus Q with subtraction is 0.15. So we don't know what P is or Q is, but we know P at Q comes to 0.15. Part 2. This time they are telling us the expected value, and then we're going to be able to work backwards in order to establish values for P and Q. So to start off with, they're explaining we need to write a second equation linking P and Q. Let's remind ourselves we're going to be working with the idea that the expected value of x is the probability of x multiplied by the associated x value, and we want to add that up several times. That's the sum. So it's going to be these two multiplied together, and these two multiplied together, and these two multiplied together. So we would start by writing down that the expected value of x is 0.85, the probability, times 1 plus P, the probability, times 2, plus Q, which is a probability, times 3. Let's tidy that up a tiny bit, with the most important feature being we know 1.18 is our expected value. So 1.18 is going to come from 0.85 plus P times 2, or 2P, plus Q times 3, or 3Q. If we do a subtraction, then we can simplify that a little bit, and we can say 0.33 is 2P is equal to 2P plus 3Q. Let's write those two equations out, this first one and this second one. Let's write them out side by side. I'm going to write down 2P plus 3Q is 0.33, and I'm going to write down that P plus Q equals 0.15. Here we have a pair of equations, simultaneous equations. There are various ways of working this out. My method would be, I'm going to double both sides of the second equation, of this second equation written out here. So, doing that, repeating what we had already at the top of that pair. And if we double this, we're going to have two lots of that and two lots of that, and we're going to double this. So it's going to become two lots of P and two lots of Q is 0.30. Then what we could do is, if we do this on the left, take away this on the left, it's going to give us the same answer as this on the left, subtract this. (2p minus 2p is 0. 3q minus 2q is q. 0.33 take away 0.30 is 0.03. We now have q is 0.03. If we now take this value for q and put it in here, we can now write that p plus 0.03 is 0.15. P is going to equal 0.12. Okay.